Look, like me, you're probably surprised and perhaps dismayed that the abortion debate has turned up front and centre in national affairs again. I say national affairs because while the laws to decriminalise abortion are before the New South Wales Parliament, national figures are weighing in, including former Deputy Prime Minister Barnaby Joyce, who has voiced a robocall against the changes.
Barnaby Joyce here, the federal member for New England. I'm calling on behalf of the Foundation for Human Development about the abortion bill in the New South Wales Parliament. This allows sex-selective abortions. It legalises abortion for any reason right up until the day of birth.
Barnaby's intervention has angered some and will be welcomed by others, no doubt. Abortion is a very difficult issue and blokes are often advised to stay out of the debate and leave it for women to exercise their rights over their bodies. But we are talking about human life and the debate has to be open to all. So much of the debate is focused on specific examples, often extreme examples. If you oppose abortion, you'll be presented with questions about exceptions, such as cases of rape, incest or profound disability. If you support terminations, you'll be asked to justify late-term procedures or gender selection abortions. It's an emotional discussion about horrible decisions. My view has always been to find the point at which we surely could all agree, and that is that our healthcare, social services and legal framework should all work as best they can to minimise abortions, to keep the number as low as possible. New South Wales is set to become the last state to decriminalise abortion, and the idea of taking this issue out of the criminal law and having it properly regulated under a law related to healthcare, of course, makes sense. To this degree, the nation's largest state is simply catching up with the rest of the country. But this has been horribly mishandled by the New South Wales coalition government. Governments must lead, and while this is a conscience issue, Premier Gladys Berejiklian should have ensured that her government led the debate, argued the case, consulted with the community and managed the parliamentary processes. If it is to be a health issue, then the state government should have marshalled the parameters and not allowed the change to be sprung on voters and for the debate to run out of control. Suffice to say, the overwhelming majority of Australians would be appalled at the very idea of gender selection through abortions or at the use of late-term abortions in all but the most life-threatening of circumstances. But because we know that's where mainstream opinion lies, we also should accept that the incidence of such terminations is never likely to be anything but very rare. The law must be clear and fair, aiming to minimise rates of abortion, probably by banning gender selection and restricting late-term abortions. But let's be frank, if there are people prepared to abort their baby based on its gender, then there's a problem and intent in play there that no law on its own will ever be able to overcome.